wazulu wafela umamaye. Thokozani, Thokozani family, Thokozani royals, please tap the screen, let me know you are here, and we will go right into it. Thokozani, Thokozani family, Thokozani royals, please do kindly tap the screen so we get up in the algorithm, also as a way of letting me know that you can hear me. That would be great. Please tap the screen for me. Let me know. Oh, there we go. Let me know that you can hear me, family. How is everyone doing? How is everybody doing? Ninjani bagwantu, Thokozani, 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 Thokozani bagwantu. Hope everybody is doing well. Thokozani family. I just like to give a shout out and say happy solar return. Happy, that word that they like to use, birthday. I say solar return because really when you set a birthday, you're automatically setting a death day. You're putting a limitation on your lifespan every time you say it. These are some of the things that many of us have learned and understood on our spiritual journey. So I say happy solar return because you've done a 365 around the whole African calendar year. To those who are born in the season of Heru, which starts today, the 23rd of January and runs until the 22nd of February. So for all the Herus in the house, where are the leaders in the house? Because Heru is a leader. So I want us to talk about who Heru is and to give some practical teachings around how you can align yourself with this energy. So we all know that Heru is the son of Asa and Aset. In isiZulu, Heru is called Inkosana, the prince, and at the Great Empire of Kemet, we also like to talk of the princess, right? Because we acknowledge that when we talk about the original trinity of the Father, the Mother, and the Son, we also mean the Mother, the Father, and the daughter, meaning mother, father, and child. That is the Trinity that was adulterated by Christianity, and where, of course, because of its hatred for the divine feminine, they decided to replace the mother with a holy spook, with a Holy Ghost. So their Trinity is the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spook. Because Mary, remember, was impregnated by a ghost, a spook. So like I said, that was literally taken. That is the original Trinity. The Father, the Mother, and the child. Right? So I wanted us to talk a little bit about who Heru is, this prince or princess. Heru energy is the energy, if you know the story, let me give you the cosmological story. Heru is the one who fought his uncle Set to avenge the death of his father Asa. Because remember, Set went after his father because he was jealous of his father. And then he grew and he set himself against who? Against Set. So the season of Heru is actually a season that, if you are aligned, it is a season that comes with many challenges. Because Heru is constantly having to fight the lower vibrational energy of Set, the destroyer. We know that Set is called Umbidlizi in isiZulu, which means the destroyer, the destructive one. And so the Heru energy is an energy that you can align with to assist you to ascend when it comes to challenges that come your way. And if you're living in consciousness, you will also find that the season of Heru is indeed a season of testing. Are you able to rise above the challenges and the pettiness that comes your way in your daily life? And you will be tested, because the season comes in today. I can tell you already, I have had my first Heru moment today already. And I laugh now that I live aligned to the calendar, because every single year, without a doubt, this season comes in. It is a heavy season because it comes with a lot of challenges. And so you, as a spirit having a human experience, living in awareness of what season it is, you come to that understanding that, okay, so these challenges are here, not to destroy me, but these challenges are here to grow me. These challenges are here to stretch my spiritual muscle. These challenges are here to challenge me to expand my wisdom in terms of how I move when I come across these challenges. So that is the season we have entered into now. And this season, like I said, it's going to be fire. It's going to be lit. One of the things I always say to people about spirituality, it's not some woo nonsense where we sit and we're like, spirituality is about overcoming the challenges that are thrown towards you, and also overcoming your lower self. Because when you think about it, we all have a shadow self or a lower self that we're constantly having to work with and to rise above. That doesn't mean we are repressing it or ignoring. One of the worst things you can do is to ignore your shadow self, right? Your shadow self will always be there. You can't run away from your shadow, right? In real life, you have a shadow when you're walking, especially when there's sun, right? You see your shadow. You can't run away from it. The key with working with your shadow self is to integrate, to understand what your shadow self is. What are your weaknesses? And then to work with those weaknesses so that they don't become pitfalls to your own development and growth, and so that they don't become a hazard to the community or the Black family, right? So I need us to understand that the season of Heru will also cause you to face internal challenges within yourself that you're supposed to overcome. It really requires you to live intelligently, and it's going to require you to use wisdom in how you navigate. So if you know that by nature you are a person who's prone to flying off the handle, very angry when somebody does something, you will learn to understand that how do you deal with your anger so that it is not a destructive element to yourself and it isn't a destructive element to the Black family. And as the Black family, collectively, we know that we currently have a lot of challenges, especially over here in the US. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, and a lot of people are hurting, and a lot of people are angry. But one thing I keep saying to the Black family is, all this that is happening is none of our business. If you are a spiritual person, you will understand why I say it is none of our business. Allow the sinking ship to sink. And part of the sinking ship sinking is they are set on a self-destructive path. Step out of the way. You may want to jump in because now you're like, civil rights repealed. We want to jump in. Don't do that. Let it self-destruct. It's the system eating itself now. Don't put yourself in the line of being chomped up, because they will chew you up too. Step away and understand that this is meant to happen the way it is happening. Trust Great Mother. Really trust the energies, the new energies that have come in with the Divine Feminine. Trust them. Know that this is happening because it's meant to happen. So, like I've said before, it's going to get worse before it gets better. But we as the Black family, we as Bagwantu literally need to just step away. The same way we did after elections and we did this. Let Set destroy himself. Because the nature of Set, remember we're coming out of the age of Set, which is the age of the destroyer, the age of Pisces. This is what we're coming out into, the age of Ma'at, truth, justice, harmony, order, balance, morality. So now you see this thing destroying itself and you think it's destroying you, but it's not. It looks that way because there were all these pieces of paper that were signed that when you look carefully and to all intents and purposes were really signed for expediency. Meaning to say they weren't signed for our benefit because we know that nothing they do has ever been for our benefit. It was signed in a manner to keep this ship of theirs afloat and moving. Well, they're tearing up those little pieces of paper and we are saying we're removing our energy and ourselves from it so that let it sink. Don't fight for it. It was never ours. Don't fight for it. It was never meant to benefit us. Understand that there was nothing that they ever did that was meant to benefit us. That is a reality we all need to face. We're having to face that reality the whole continent over as well. That is why you see what is happening on the continent. They are literally tearing up those pieces of paper and saying, this was never for our benefit. It was for your continued colonization and for your continued plunder of our resources. We don't want this anymore. Well, over here, they're doing the tearing up of what looks like it's supposed to have benefited us. And we're like, yeah, keep tearing. Keep it. Keep tearing, keep eating up on yourself. This system is going to eat itself from the inside out. And we are being challenged right now to ascend like Heru in this season. Let us rise above this and look at it from a circumspect point of view, meaning Heru's symbol is the falcon or the eagle. Where we come from, we don't differentiate between a falcon and an eagle because they're in the same family and they really move the same way. I'm actually wearing, here's Heru right here. This symbol represents leadership. And of course, they stole it. So you see it all over the place. You see it on that house of theirs that is called the White House. You see it all over the world. You see it on their money. You see it everywhere. All our symbols are there. We're taking everything back. Rise like Heru in this season. We're going to be challenged collectively. It's already started, as I've said. And our job is to be fully conscious of the fact that this has nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with a scramble for survival. That's not going to happen. This is why they're busy right now, door to door, trying to get rid of brown people. This is why they've suddenly said, Nigeria can no longer have visas to come here, no kind of visa. And the Nigerians that are here, I think they said 1.5 million or something, are going to be kicked out. That is a sign of sheer desperation. Why? Why? Because they are scared of the brownification of this place. So it's got nothing to do with us and everything to do with their own fears. Don't feed into that. Don't give them your energy by being fearful. Learn to manage your anger. Learn to manage your emotion because they feed off of your low vibrational emotions. You're going to have to do a lot of self-talking, Bagwantu, to say, we are not involved. The same way we did after election and black women were like, we're going to sit back and may the games begin. Well, the games have begun. Don't fold now. The games have begun. Sit back. Imagine you're in a Roman amphitheater where they're over there clobbering each other and biting each other's hands off. Sit back in that Roman amphitheater, all of us, Black Nation, and let's just sit back and watch and go, ouch, ooh, ew. But don't give them your energy by succumbing to low vibrational emotions. We got to be smart and intelligent. We got to stay connected to Great Spirit. That's all we got to do. We are not going down with this, trust me. Trust me. We are not going to go down with this whole ship. We are going to come out of this well and good, and we're going to come out of it even better. I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. The Black nation will be great again, the same way that we were great when we first inhabited the world all by ourselves. So don't delay us, please, by trying to resuscitate this system. Don't be one of the ones who's trying to resuscitate. We know that we have a lot of sellouts who are quite happy because this system has been giving them this illusion of wealth called money, fiat money, backed by nothing. Well, that is going to crumble. We've got bricks on the one side now too. So just sit back, man, and watch. Don't worry yourselves. Stay connected to Great Spirit. Do your spiritual work. Live in that fifth dimension. Go there where the heart space is open and we're loving one another and taking care of one another and supporting one another in whatever ways we can. That is where we're supposed to be. We're not supposed to be in the mud with the pigs. Okay? Literally and figuratively, we're not supposed to be there. We were never supposed to be there. So just rise above it all. We have the ability to do so. Right? We have divinity within us. We have the ability. Right? So this season of Heru, like I said, that's why I'm painting the picture so that you understand that we are going to, as a collective, experience a lot of challenges. Things that will make us want to scream and tear our hair out. We don't have to, because this is what is supposed to be happening. And there's no one who can stop it. None of us. So why are you wasting your energy trying to swim against the current? Why would you want to waste your energy trying to fight against the prevailing energy of cleansing? Because this is what is the great cleansing is here. The great judgment is here. Don't be found on the wrong side of history. Do not find yourself on the wrong side of the fence. We're all going to come out of this glorious. If you don't trust that or believe it, borrow my knowledge. Because for me, it's not even about belief. It's about knowing. Right? So this is the season we're in, the season of Heru. And I'd like to share with you some of the things that you can have to align you with the season of Heru. Here we go. So, the season of Heru, the stone is the obsidian. Go figure. The black obsidian. The black obsidian is a crystal. It's a stone that is highly protective. It is a stone that I should have shown you guys my pendant because I have a huge black obsidian, which is for protection. I'll probably be wearing that throughout this month for protection of my spiritual body, for protection of my physical self. Most people who understand how crystals work will buy big. Oh, I actually have a huge ball that is black obsidian. You can buy black obsidian and put it at strategic points in your home. You can put it maybe on a little side table by the door, your front door. You can put it in your bedroom, by your bedside. It is a very powerful crystal for protection. You can wear it on your body like I do as well. So black obsidian is the stone for the month, which makes sense. Our ancestors were just too much. Like the season of Heru, you're going to need protection. You're going to need, you're going to need a stone that calms your nerves. Black obsidian does that. Because you will experience so many challenges, your nervous system will go nuts. It relieves and removes stress from the environment as well. So if you're feeling stressed, you can hold a black obsidian in your hand and you can literally just take some deep breaths. That stone will absorb it and transmute that energy and turn that energy into the protection that you need from whatever's stressing you, from whatever's giving you that anxiety. Our ancestors knew that that's the stone for this season, because this season comes with challenges, right? The color is yellow. Now, this is not yellow It's a kind of a green. I don't have a yellow sweat, but probably starting tomorrow, you'll see me. I'm going to have all sorts of yellow. But I wanted to come and do this one today so that we start out knowing what season we're going into. So the color is yellow. The metal of royalty is gold, right? So any gold metal aligns you with the energy of Heru. The incense is called temple incense, or if you can get sandalwood. Sandalwood is a beautiful royal incense that you can use if you want to connect or align with the energy of Heru. So for example, I love sandalwood perfume. I have a lot of my perfume has the sandalwood base. So I love sandalwood scented candles. So I'll burn sandalwood. My whole spiritual corner smells of sandalwood. Or burn incense sticks of sandalwood. It helps you to align with that energy. The tree is the acacia or the olive tree, right? And the animals is the falcon, the eagle, and the bee. So I've given you that. Guys, if you don't have the calendar book, I don't know how often I say this. I probably say it on every teaching I do. This will help you because within here, it talks about those who are born in the season of Heru, the people who are Heru, their characteristics, their personal challenges, their nature. If you want to align with who you really are and get a better understanding of some things maybe you don't understand about yourself, this will give you that. Because remember that these 12 houses also represent houses on the what we call the they say the horoscope, but it's actually the Heruscope, Heru's vision. So this is Heru's vision, this whole thing. You say horoscope, horo from Horus, and then scope being vision. But the original name is Heruscope, Heru's vision. This is what that is. So you fall somewhere along here. And why was it called Heru's vision? Because Heru, like I said, Inkosana, or the prince or the princess, is actually the energy of leadership. Now, why the falcon? Let's talk about the falcon so that you understand how our ancestors studied nature in order to name these energies the way they named them. They studied nature very much. So, for example, the eagle. The eagle is a very powerful bird. It is a solitary bird. It moves most times in solitude. Eagles do not fly in flocks. The eagle is a bird that can soar to the highest heights. And here's something that will show you how our ancestors understood Heru's challenge with Set. When an eagle is attacked, say by a smaller bird, the bird will attach, or some other creature might attack it while it's on the ground. Do you know what the eagle will do? The eagle will fly so high to the level where there is no more oxygen for this creature that is attached to it. This thing will just go falling, free fall from the sky. So Heru doesn't spend a lot of time fighting and squabbling and making noise. He simply soars high above the clouds, where oxygen levels are so low that this earth creature has no choice, but their lungs explode, basically is what happens. The lungs explode and then that's it. That's how Heru conquers, by soaring high, by ascending. Our ancestors were just masters at this. I'm always in awe at the wisdom of our ancestors to say, wow, they studied this bird and how it moves, and therefore understood the prevailing energy. And they used that bird to represent that prevailing energy, the energy of always having to soar. Now, I said it's a heavy season. Because of why? Because of the challenges that come. The eagle was chosen by our ancestors to represent Heru because the eagle can carry something 10 times its weight. Say it catches a prey. 10 times its weight. The eagle can carry a whole fox and flap those powerful wings all the way up into the sky above the clouds. That's challenging, right? But still, Heru ascends. Heru will always ascend. That is another characteristic of the falcon. The falcon has such precision that from way up in the sky, it can look in the water or at say a fox that is running, and can watch and understand that at a specific angle, at a specific moment, he or she must strike in order to catch that prey. That's the level of precision that the falcon or the eagle has. That is Heru energy. You move with wisdom. You move with a razor sharp focus, understanding what your mission is, and you don't let anything or anyone distract you. And believe me, the distractions will be there because Set, the destroyer, is always there to challenge Heru. That is where that focus, precision, that use of wisdom and intelligence comes in, right? So, what else about the eagle? Interesting fact, the eagle has the ability to renew itself. The eagle can live up to, I think it's 72 years or 90. When it starts to feel that it is getting weak, the eagle will soar all by herself or himself to the highest mountain. And because when they get old, the talons start to get weak. And that is the part of the body where they experience weakness. You know what the eagle will do? It will literally remove its own talons by itself so that new talons can grow out. So it'll be in hermit mode up there on the mountain by itself. It can't hunt, it can't do anything, and it will sit out until new talons grow out. And then it will come back down and it'll start its life again. Isn't that amazing? That is Heru energy, resilient, strong. Resilience is a quality that you're going to need during this Heru season. The ability to come back from adversity stronger. The ability to come back from a fall stronger. The ability to take a time out, go lick your wounds, heal yourself, and come back into the game stronger. We're going to need that. We're going to need that in a personal capacity. We're going to need that as a collective. Right now, I'd say, let's do that. Step away from the messy fray of nonsense. Let's heal. Let's gather ourselves to ourselves. And let's come back stronger. That is our mandate as the Black family at this time during this season of Heru. So I hope I've given you some nuggets as to how you can proceed as you go through the season. I hope that you will take time to really sit and understand. I hope you will take time to go inward and introspect, because it is only when you go inward that you can tap into your inner wisdom. So that as you come out of those spaces and times of meditation, you can look at the world around you and the things that are happening around you and understand that all is illusion. What looks like there's a disaster and a fix-up going on is actually what is meant to be. The reality is this: the system is crumbling. And we're here for it. Now, if you stay focused on that reality and the understanding and knowledge that it is meant to be this way, you have nothing to worry about. Heru season, guys, we rise like the phoenix. Heru is the phoenix that rises from the ashes. The phoenix is Heru, rising from adversity, rising from the ashes. When everybody thought this is a down and out, that thing is dead, and we're going to rise. Because they thought they had won. They thought they had dominated. They forgot one thing, our divinity. They forgot the other thing. We are the oldest in the game. We were here for eons before they were. If anyone is to perish, it won't be us. Our genetics won't allow it. We are diehards like that. But who will go? The weak. And who are the weak? I don't need to say it. I don't want to get shut down. So worry not, Bagwantu. For me, I'm celebrating. Every time I hear something has happened, I'm like, boom. There goes another hole in that sinking ship. Sink away, sink. And it's going to be interesting because when that ship sinks, guess who's waiting for them in them waters? Our ancestors who perished are waiting. Oh, it's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. I've got a teaching that I need to talk to you guys about the artifacts that are causing havoc, the so-called artifacts that are causing havoc in European museums. Yes, the time is here. We are awakening those that they thought were dead. We've always known they're not dead. We've always known that there will come a time where their children invoke them to this fight. And they will rise to the occasion. And they are rising to the occasion. Everybody's busy. Private collectors are busy giving away things that they stole from the continent. Thinking they were enriching themselves, not knowing that some of these have deities in them. Some of these have ancestral spirits in them. And now the spirits are like, in the middle of the night. Hey, why am I here? Where did you get me? And they're like, anybody want these? We're donating to Ghana. We're donating the bronze. Imagine, we're going to donate the Benin bronze back to Benin. No, you're not donating. They're burning you. Can't sleep at night. Because they're having a drumming party in your living room every night. There's a drumming party in their living rooms every night, all night. So, guys, I will do a separate teaching on that. Sorry, someone's like, Gogo are big. I have to say it like it is. This is what's happening, guys. I'm not making this up. I'm not making any of this up. This is really happening. Yeah, but I'll do a separate teaching on that because I think a lot of people really don't understand, because I also have to give you guys a warning about the dangers of just buying artifacts. Some of these things are not artifacts. That is the name they gave them, but it's more than artifacts, and they effed around and they're finding out now. Yeah, they're sending that stuff back by the shipload. Anyway, family, I hope that was useful. Now, there's something else that I want to talk about. There's something very important. On the 25th of January, there is a planetary alignment that is happening. And it'll be visible in the sky. You're going to see 6 planets quite clearly in the sky if you know what you're looking for. But this is Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. These are going to be clearly visible in the sky, and they are in alignment, which is quite a rare event. What does this mean? Whenever there is a planetary alignment like that, which is a rare event, and falling in the year that it's falling, it means that everything is augmented. What does augmented mean? Everything is amplified. Everything is made bigger. Now, here's the warning. If you are manifesting opportunities, that manifestation is going to be amplified. If you are manifesting or you have a business and you're working your business, being conscious of this alignment on the 25th and manifesting growth in your business, that manifestation work you do, whether it be a manifestation where you simply sit and manifest within yourself and have that deep desire to have your business grow, it's going to be amplified. However, the caveat is, if you are in negative emotions, if you are in negative activities, the consequences of those things are going to be amplified. What does that mean for us as the Black family, as a collective? It means that those who are in secret societies, in caverns, in coverns, witches and warlocks who are doing all kinds of things, whatever negative things they are doing are going to be amplified. We, as the ones, the children of the sun, the Black family, we have to be on the opposite side so we can counter that amplification. Are you hearing me? Very important to understand that while you're doing your personal manifestation work, you're also going to be manifesting for the collective. What are the things that we manifest around as Bagwantu? We manifest around our land back. We manifest around Black unity, right? We want to unite. We need to unite. It's not even a want, it's a need, because that is our only way out of this mess. Black unity globally. We manifest around reparations. Well, my thing is, I can tell you right now, that's coming either way, but we manifest around that. We manifest around the restoration of African kingdoms, which, by the way, were all over the globe. Before the so-called democracy came, we lived all over the world as kingdoms. Those who know about Tameri, those who know about the Tartarians out here, they will know that those were kingdoms, weren't democracies. So we are manifesting for the rebirth of the golden age for the Black family. So on the 25th, now I want to tell you, on the 27th, this period of alignment runs, actually it started on the 21st of January, only you couldn't see the planets. So it started on the 21st and it's going to run until the 21st of February. We have a new moon on the 27th. So that planetary alignment plus new moon energy, if you manifest, I want you guys to come and tell me. I want you guys to come and tell me the things you manifested and what happened. As a collective, that is, we can use this power. Let me tell you, the other side is using, they know this. They're talking about it everywhere. Google planetary alignment January 26th and you will see the videos that are out there. They're speaking for themselves because they know that what this means. It means a huge portal for opportunity is opening. So, of course, they're going to be depositing whatever it is that they want for themselves, which most times includes our destruction or our oppression. So we need, as a collective, to work against that. So that as you do your personal manifestations, remember you are part of a huge collective that needs to unite in order to get out of this mess. I've told you the things: reparations, our land back, our so-called artifacts back, the restoration of kingdoms, and Black unity. 5 pillars of the Black family's huge manifestation. Let's go. We got this. We're the most powerful. We got this. Our power does not lie in the physical family. Our power lies in the spiritual. Our ancestors understood this. That is why they studied nature and they studied these prevailing energies so that we work with them. So that we're always aligned with them. As long as you're aligned with these prevailing energies, there's really nothing that you can do or ask for that won't succeed, particularly if it has to do and will benefit the collective. That is why I've always said to people who are like stuck and business is not going well, the question I will always ask is, what are you doing for the collective? You want your business to succeed as an individualist / capitalist, or Are you engaged in a business that benefits the whole family? Are you, some of you guys are saying, "Oh, I don't know what to do for a business." Have you looked into our communities to see where there is lack? Have you looked into our communities to see what problem you can solve? Because if you put solving a problem as your priority, the remuneration comes automatically and beautifully. But if you're looking to do a business and the first thing in your mind is, "I want to cash in, I want to cash in," you got it twisted. Look for the problem that exists. Where is a problem that I can solve? For as many people as we are on this planet as the Black family, there are that many problems, trust me. Allow the downloads to come in terms of what can I do with my creativity and my personal gifts that aligns with my life purpose to solve a problem within our community. And the rewards come automatically. There, I've just given you a secret. Bakwantu cannot afford to think as individuals for yourself only. Me. I want to see my bank account accumulate so many money. I want to buy a Lamborghini. I want to buy a nice house. Nobody's saying don't want those things. But first and foremost, how are you as a member of the Black family contributing to the success of the Black family? And if you're going to engage in a business that actually harms us, forget it. You will not succeed. You will not succeed. And you won't succeed because then you've got people like me and others like me who are going to do constructive interference against anything that will harm the Black nation. Because you're not one of us. You may look like us, but you're not of us. Aibo. Because that mentality of individualism, that mentality of me, and hoarding for me, is something that many of us learned from. You know who. We are not that. We were never that. That is why we were so powerful and successful in the beginning. So we need to make sure that always, what we're doing is in alignment with the prevailing energy, understanding what that energy is. Number 2, whatever it is we're doing does not harm the Black family in any way, shape, or form. And number 3, that what we're actually doing not only does not harm, but does it add value and does it bring benefit to the Black family? If you get that right, there's nothing that you want personally that you won't receive. I know so. I know that for a fact. So, I hope that this has been useful. I've given you some of the dates. I think it's January 29th. I said January 27th, guys. It's January 29th is the new moon, where you can do your most powerful manifestation because these planets are still aligned. New moon. Me! If it wasn't for this winter and the snow outside, I'd have a fire lit outside, do all my manifestation by firelight under the new moon. Can't really see her when she's new, but you can definitely feel her energy. So those of you who are able, your guys, use this time. Use this. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. This is a rare occurrence. It happens once in I don't know how long. Don't. We're shifting things. We are shifting things. Be part of that huge shift for yourself, for your family, and for the Black nation. Ne? Don't waste these spiritual opportunities. Ne? So I hope. How do you manifest? I've done so many manifestation videos. You're going to have to go on YouTube. If you're not on the YouTube, I don't know what you're doing. Please do go on YouTube. There's a whole bunch where I've actually shared some powerful new moon manifestation rituals, full moon manifestation rituals. I can't tell you what to manifest because only you know what you want or desire in your life, right? I know what I want as an individual and for the collective. And most of my manifestations are around the collective. Everything else I desire for myself, I get. I don't even need to do any real work around for myself. I I am of service by calling to the Black family. As a result, I guess as a servant to the Black family, I am well taken care of personally so that I can do the work that I need to do. Ne? So family, I hope this was useful. There's a lot that goes on in Heru season. I'm going to try to come on with another teaching about Heru so we can understand this energy better. But like I said, if you don't have the calendar, I suggest you get yourself a calendar so that you can delve deep and you can actually do a study. This thing looks very little, but I'm telling you, it packs a punch, this thing. Because things you read today, you might need to go line by line, especially if it happens to be your season. You might need to just say, okay, I read this. Let me just step back and let me sit with this so that I can really fully internalize and see how it connects with my spirit. A lot of the things in African philosophy or African education, African-centered education, are very much about resonance, meaning the idea is that you need to feel this. Western education taught us linear thinking. Things have to make logical sense. Everything goes from A to B to C. And I've told you before that in African cosmology, spirituality, philosophy, we understand that as with creation itself, everything goes in waves. Everything goes in a spiral. There are no straight lines, even though some things give you the illusion of a straight line. It's not really that. So when you start to delve deep into African philosophy and understanding African spirituality, you also understand that education in African philosophy does not separate what is intellectual to what is metaphysical or spiritual. It is a comprehensive education that brings in science, anatomy, biology, astronomy, astrology, neuroscience, medicine. Like it brings it all. And it paints a comprehensive picture. So in the future, as our children get this education, they are well-rounded people. We don't compartmentalize, chop things up and put them in compartment where somebody who studied chemistry does not understand biology, or somebody who studied astronomy does not understand physics. It's all in the one, and also beautifully explained in simple terms. That is the magic of our ancestors. To be able to take something so complex and simplify it so that everybody can live it, because African philosophy and education and spirituality are all intertwined. You live this. It's about a lived experience. It's not the way we were taught that you cram, you read a book and then you cram, you memorize everything for a test. After the test, if you come to me a day later and you ask me, what is the formula for this, I'm like, I learned that for yesterday's test. I've forgotten because it made no sense. We didn't internalize. We didn't live it. How many of you lived your organic chemistry or even understood that organic chemistry is actually your lived experience? But African philosophy will teach you organic chemistry in a way that it's relatable to your environment, to nature, and to yourself. Injalo. That is why I say, our ancestors were masters. I'm very proud. That's why guys, I live to do this, because the more of us understand who we truly are, and then you understand nobody can touch us, really. They tried it, but we're here, aren't we? And that is a testament, like I said, to our resilience, our die-hard nature. We don't die. We don't die, we transform, and we keep coming back, and we keep coming back, and we get reborn, and we're reborn. We are our ancestors reincarnated, most of us. So rise to that occasion. You're born of warriors, gods and goddesses, kings and queens. Don't let yourself down, and don't let the Black family down. I love you deeply, Black family, kings and queens, gods and goddesses. Warriors. I love you. Masithokozeni.